Good morning, it's Gina Brogan. I don't think I need these. Okay, I want you guys to come on here. And I want you to share this with your friends. I've got important things to say. And people want to hear this because it's life-changing. When you finally get it, when it clicks, and you get it and everything is different and changed and happy and you feel more in control of your life. When you let go of control, when you say, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know it is, okay? It's my delicious red drink that my dad makes for my mom, and well, now we all drink it. It's so delicious, and it's just for more electrolytes because she needed it, and my dad takes care of my mom in ways that is like, wow, how fortunate is she? She isn't fortunate, she just expected, and that's what I want to talk about. When you actually just start to believe that the lighting is going to be perfect, it is. When you believe that you are worthy and entitled to, and I know that word entitlement, that word entitlement used to trigger the freak out of me. I used to be really triggered by people who I felt were entitled and like they expected things to happen for them, and now I am that person. I just expect, and it's a very different, this is one thing I learned from somebody I love to follow, Amanda Francis. It's like there's a different energy between expectant energy, like yes, I expect people to treat me with respect. I expect the clients to want to be here and to want to work with me and to know that their lives are going to change as soon as they commit. I expect all of the people around me to love being around me. I expect that. And it's a different expectation energy than demanding. Like, I don't have to force people to treat me with respect. I don't have to force people to want to be with me. I don't have to force anything. That's demanding and force and not fun, right? But instead, I just show up and I be me, and I know, because I love myself so much, I love what I'm doing. I believe in what I'm doing. And every day I believe a little bit more. I have to journal through all the things that may bring, all the doubts that might come up and all the fears that may come up before I can really, really believe. And then, so when I said in the title of this video, I don't know how it's going to work out for you. I don't know how your dreams are going to come true and manifest, but I know when you do the work that they will, because it's not my job, it's not your job, it's nobody's job but your own to know, trust, and believe that you are here for a reason. You are here to do something amazing, and you are here to live your favorite life, right? And if you're watching this video, tell me what you're doing. Tell me what it is that you are creating in your life. What big change, what little change, what relationship, career, lifestyle change are you really, really craving? Or what feeling do you want? Steve, I saw your post today that you are, thinking about moving to, where was it? One of the Caribbean islands, I believe. And you're like, I want to take people on fishing tours and get paid to do it. That's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, what a dream, right? Do you feel that you are entitled to do that? Do you feel like that's actually a possibility? Because one of the things that holds people back from investing in themselves, committing to their dreams, putting it out there in the public, into the world, that they have a dream that's bigger than the life that they're living now, is that they're afraid of failure, they're afraid of shame, they're afraid of being judged, they're afraid of what it looks like if it doesn't happen. They're afraid of all kinds of things, right? So yeah, what an amazing visual. Like, can you really see yourself doing that? And that becomes your lifestyle. That becomes your new normal. Like, I used to tell myself that there's no way I could ever sustain a life by doing the work that I truly love to do, which is this. I'm doing it now, and I have been supported, and it has worked, and the things are unfolding exactly as they need to support my business and my family and my lifestyle, because my lifestyle is growing bigger. My lifestyle is growing outside of the little office that I used to work in. And I didn't know how it was going to happen. I didn't know how it was going to work. I just knew that I was ready for it to work. I just knew that all the things that I truly, truly wanted were already coming to me, and I was available for it. As soon as I took that step out of my comfort zone and I started to act as if, and I started to come from that energy of the woman who it's already happening for, that's when the universe started to work in the background and make things throw things in my path that were evidence and that were opportunities. And I just had to keep lining up. I just had to keep lining up with, I deserve this, I believe this, this gets to be mine, it gets to be mine, it is mine, and boom, now it's mine, right? So, one of the biggest tools that I use to create and manifest and change my life is coming from that energy of my future self and saying, how do I really want to feel? I really wanted to feel freedom. I wanted to feel abundance. I wanted to feel guidance. I wanted to feel connection. How do you want to feel in your life? Do you want to feel relaxed? Do you want to feel less pressure? I knew that my lifestyle that I was living was full of stress. It felt chaotic. It felt like it was not under my control. It felt like there were other people controlling and designing what my life was looking like because I had given up that power. And then I decided it was all up to me. It was all up to me, and I started to take the steps. And I started to take small steps, bigger steps, crazier steps. You want to feel a cold swim. So you want to feel like what it's like to dive into the water and have your body get that sensation of from warm to cold. So all the things that we want, right? This is what's really amazing. Everything that we want is really the reason we want it is because we want to have a feeling, right? We think that getting that thing or creating that new life is going to give us a feeling. And that comes from a feeling we're experiencing now that we don't want to experience, right? So when I was feeling stressed out and in a life, awesome, have a good time in the yard, thank you for watching. If I want to feel less stressed out and more freedom in my life, I start to feel it. I start to take steps in that direction, and I start to dream about what that looks like, and I create a symbolic scene. So for me, the symbolic scene was looking at the lake down below me and having coffee and creating and having the time and the freedom and the abundance to live near a lake where I could create and I could share the work that I wanted to share, right? And then lo and behold, that's what I'm doing. And now there's new experiences that I'm creating and bringing into my life. And I'm coming from that energy of the woman who's already doing it. I'm already traveling the world, hosting retreats, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 retreats a year. I don't know yet. But I'm embodying the energy of the woman who's already doing it. And doing it with ease and grace and style. It's already easy. And one of the things that I teach my clients all the time, and I try and get them to understand, and when they get it, is that you have to let go of what is surrounding you in the moment. You have to let go of your reality. You have to see something other than what's real, other than the tangible things, because that will reinforce the stories that have held you back, right? So you've got to be able to go into that place where you have a knowing that no matter what's happening right now is irrelevant. It has no basis on what you are creating. And what you are creating can come so quickly and easily to you when you believe it. When you believe that's who I am. When you see yourself living that life of freedom, of abundance, of love, of connection, of prosperity. Whatever that feeling is you're going for, when you feel it, you can see it in your mind's eye at first. You can write it out in your journal. But when you feel it in your body, that's when the miracles happen. That's when it's already done. You've already created it. And here's the other thing that I love about this, is that once you feel it in your body right here, right now, you let go of the resistance to it coming to you, and you let go of the need for it. That is the miracle. When you let go of the need for it is when you allow it in. And I love I had one of those experiences the other night where I was feeling a little bit of desperate energy about something. I was feeling really desperate about this certain thing. And then I went into my imagination. SpongeBob does this. I used to watch SpongeBob with my kids, and he used to say, you have to use your imagination, and he would draw this big imagination thing. Hi, Marlis, how are you? And he had, so this thing that I was all a little crunched up about inside, I just went into the positive aspects of this thing already happening and completely shifting and blowing up the energy that was making me feel, that I was allowing myself to feel constricted and small about. And I was like, wait a minute, that's not even true. There's just as much and actually more realistic evidence to support this other story. And not only did my body relax, but my body felt the new story. It felt the new truth. And now that is my new truth. Now, every time I think about that aspect of my life, I have no anxiety. I have no worry. I have a deep knowing that it's already happening. It's already there. Now, can you take your place there? Can you take yourself there? Can you take your body and start with small things? If there's something that's big and seems so impossible, and like, oh my God, that's looming over me and I can't do that, start with the little things. That's how I started my manifestation process. That's how I started doing this work and being successful. I started with the little things. One day, I was playing around with manifestation with my friends, and I'm like, hey, and I texted a couple friends who were playing this playground in this sandbox with me. I'm like, watch this. I'm going to manifest a soccer ball today, right? This was probably 2.5 years ago. And then I forgot all about it. Just let it go. Went about my day. This was when I was at my job. And then I got a call. Ugh. This was back when like chaos reigned my life. I got a call from the school principal saying, okay, I've got your son here in the office and it appears something has happened, blah, blah, blah. So could you come down and like have a conversation with us? So I told my boss, hey, got a thing going on at the school. I got to go take care of it. He's like, yeah, I get it. I know. See you later. So it was right after the school day ended and it was, 3:00. I park my car, get out in my high heels and my work clothes, and start walking on the playground. This is the truth, guys. This is crazy. So I'm walking to the principal's office, and there's a guy playing soccer against the wall. He's just like a not a student, but like an adult kind of guy. He's just kicking the ball against the wall. I'm still completely forgot about that manifestation thing. And suddenly it hits like the corner of the wall and rolls literally to my feet, to my high heels, to my feet. And I did what I do because I'm a soccer player. I'm a soccer player. And this is about belief. This is about belief. So when that ball rolled up to me, it was like, oh, well, that's what soccer balls do. They come to me, of course. I control the ball, kick it back to him in my high heels with style because I'm a soccer player. It's grace and ease, and it's something I've believed is easy for me because I practice it over and over and over in my life. That's what you do when you manifest. You practice and believe, and it becomes no big deal. So I kick it back to the guy and moved on with my life. I was thinking intellectually. My brain was going about, what am I going to do with my kid? How am I going to help him? What are we going to talk about? How do we get through this? So I wasn't in my heart thinking about, oh my God, I just manifested a soccer ball. No, I was like focused on the kid thing. A couple hours later, I was like, oh my God, I just manifested a soccer ball. Like it rolled up to me. Okay? That is how powerful your thoughts are, your feelings. I believe so strongly that when I really truly desire something and believe it's easy, then it is. And you can do that too. One of the things I declared, what was it, 2 days ago, 3 days ago? I said I'm cleaning out my system a little bit. So I'm going to stop drinking alcohol just for 7 days, just because I decided I want to do that. I know that when I'm clean of like toxins and alcohol and things that drag my energy down, my body works so much more efficiently and I am connected more. And so it was just a decision. So now I have no second thoughts. It's just easy that when I went, when it's that time of the evening when, yeah, I feel good to have a glass of wine or whatever, or I'm around other people who are having a glass of wine, I just say, oh no, I'm not drinking this week. And it's easy. It's a decision. There's no wavering about it, right? So I love to practice this, and I'm doing it with gluten and dairy because I know that I feel so much more energetic. I sleep better. I feel better. I operate just at a higher level when my physical system is clean. So it's just a decision. So when you make a decision, it just feel strongly about it that it's easy. Just know that it's easy because it is. And one of the decisions I'm making right now is about my next steps, my next chapter. And I'm not really going to be sharing too much about it until I get a little more clear about it. But it is my job to get into that place where it's easy and it's already done. Now, this isn't always easy at first because when we're expanding, when we're moving to the next level, we're moving out of our comfort zone. So there's inner work to do. There's getting myself to believe it. When I believe it, the universe believes it. It happens. It just has to. When you believe something about yourself, when you believe you are ready for something bigger, and you believe it, then on the inside, doing that inner work, showing up on the outside, taking steps, taking risks, moving out of your comfort zone, the universe is lining up all of the perfect situations, lighting the path for you, putting those people in your pathway, putting the opportunities out there, and you are lining up because you'll recognize it, you will see the evidence, you will feel it, and you go, that's the way I need to go. The decisions will be easy. You'll get a phone call, you'll either know not to answer it or to answer it. You will just know. So who is ready for something new? I want to hear your comments. What are you moving toward? What are you creating in your life? And do you believe it? And if you want help, let me help you believe it. That is my specialty. Here's one of the ways I help my individual clients get there. I help them write their first few symbolic scenes. They feel my energy. I know what they want. I know I pull it out of them. And I know that they get to have it. And we create energetically that symbolic scene, and they connect with it. And then they get to create even more. And then they get to take even more. And then when those barking dogs come up, which they do, that's your resistance. Your resistance is here to keep you safe, right? Your resistance is here to keep you comfortable, because the way I love to describe it is like your brain is here to keep you alive. Your heart is here to keep you happy. When you can marry those two and really balance and use them in accordance, in a beautiful dance of moving forward, taking another step, take another step, see the evidence, see yourself on the other side, actually get to the other side of something that you thought you couldn't. When you see yourself on the other side of a challenge, and then you get to the other side in your real life, you can look back and go, how did I make that feel so hard? Why did I make that feel so hard? Now you know the power of manifesting. You know what you are capable of. So when I at first, like a year ago, I did a detox where I cleared out all the dairy, the gluten, the alcohol, the caffeine. I cut it all out. Before I did it, for years, I was like, I would never do that. That seems too uncomfortable. That doesn't sound fun. That doesn't sound like a way I want to live. And then one day I got the nudge, and then another day I got a nudge, and then finally I decided I wanted to lose the weight. I wanted to be healthy. I wanted my brain to work more effectively and more clearly, and I wanted to sleep better. And so it all lined up. And in one moment, I decided, for 30 days, I'm cutting it all out. And I did, without fail. It was easy because I made the decision. On the other side of it, my life looked completely different and felt completely different. And my body looked different. My body felt different. So making the decision the leading up to the decision can be a lot of negotiation, a lot of resistance. And then that day hits and you're like, I am doing this. I believe in myself. I'm doing it. And it's easy. So thank you, Sharon. I want to know, like, what it is. What is it that is telling you, I really want this thing, but I don't believe I can have it. I really want to move forward, but there's all these things. There's all the yeah buts, there's all the shoulds, there's all the shame, there's all the you don't deserve it, there's all the but if, that person gets to because they're lucky, that person gets to because they're special. I'm not that person, but let me tell you, you actually are. You are that person who gets to do it. You're that person who gets to step up and maybe, one of the things I did to show the universe and myself and everyone around me that I was serious about making a business is I opened a business checking account. Way before I had the business, way before. I started to act as if I was a coach. I introduced myself to people as a coach, way before I was a coach. And I started to act as if I was a coach full time and that I didn't even have a job. I started to act as if all the things that I desired were already here. And I started to feel it in my body more and more. I started to do the things that somebody like who was a coach would do. I started to behave in certain ways. And it started to show up, and clients started to be there, and they started to transform their lives, because that's one of the things that I do. I help women change their lives by changing their thoughts and their belief systems and give them that sense of, get them into that energetic space in their body where, whoa, that would be amazing. Wouldn't it be amazing if? So I found my specialty. I have found what works for me. I have found what lights me up. And when I do it, of course, people feel it because it's my authentic truth. It's who I am, so I radiate that. And when you start to live your truth and live out loud and live as if you're already where you want to be, then it all shows up. So, who would like a card? Because one of my favorite things is to read cards, and that's one of the things that I do that just brings me into a higher vibration state, because for whatever reason, these cards are powerful. They're energy. Okay, let me tell you. Congratulations, Sharon. Congratulations. And that is really stepping up. And now you're going to line it up. You're going to keep lining up. You're going to keep showing up. One of the things that I love about the cards is that the energy. There's such an energetic connection. And when I am clean and clear and focused and I feel connected to spirit, I know my vibration is felt. I've had this connection with this person for a while, and the other day, I had to cut some cords. I was like, okay, this part of our relationship does not feel good, and I just had to let go and let go and let go energetically, and I actually felt this thing happening, and I transferred some of this energy just away from me and kind of closed it off. And then I opened up some heart energy with somebody else, actually with my son, my younger son. I was like, I felt this more channels opening with my son. And that was so powerful. And then guess what happened? Like the next morning, there's a text from that person who I had kind of cut some of our toxic ties from. And, you know, I was like, this no longer works for me. This no longer works. And then I received like this really amazing like text from this person. I was like, wow, that interesting. Happened again. It happened again. And then the other day, I was actually bringing in all of the loving energy that I've ever experienced with this person, like really powerful loving energy. And I was feeling it in my body, and it just felt so powerful. And then, like, what happened after that? I woke up the next morning, like, with this amazing, like, on fire feeling of love, and like, whoa, this, like, I don't know, in the vortex. I just woke up in the vortex because I was able to allow that really powerful loving energy in. And it was just so, so crazy. So I know that, like, the connection, the energetic stuff that you put out there, what you're vibrating really does affect the people. And they don't have to be close physically in proximity to you. They don't. They just, like, it's the energy between you. And that's why these cards are so powerful. When I pull cards for people, it's just like, wow, that was so exactly what I needed, or that was so what I'm feeling, and that is so perfect. So I have been doing this for a couple of years now, and that's why it's something that I love, because I keep getting that evidence that shows that this is working, that there's something really there. So Marlis, would you like a card? And I know you love to just let the universe guide you, but if you want to have something different, let me know. And I would love to know what you want to hear. And I know, and Sharon, would you like a card? So one of the things that I have had to do a lot of is pushing through a lot of my fears. And, I posted something today about how I used to be really quiet and small and try and fly under the radar and hope nobody noticed me. And if you can see, all right, Sharon, would you like to know about love, life, or prosperity? What was the thing? Oh, all my life, just quiet Gina, shy Gina. Gina doesn't talk. Why is she so reserved? And then I realized that because I was that way, I wasn't, I was just so afraid. And then I guess I just changed. Now, you're not going to quiet me down. You're not going to shut me up. Okay, so Marlis, here is your card. And I want you guys to truly, truly believe. Co-create, Marlis. Co-create. Love this. Okay, what is that? That is, I think that's an egg on the bottom. But then we've got an owl and help me out. Is that a leopard or a cheetah? Leopard, a leopard, right? A leopard doesn't change his spots. I should know this. I was just thinking yesterday how when my kids were little and I wanted to teach them like the barnyard animal sounds, there were some that I didn't know. And I'm like, what does that animal make? And what is it? And I felt like so silly not knowing the basics of barnyard animals. I mean, I just had this thought yesterday and it's coming back to me right now. Like, shouldn't I know what that is? Let's read it and find out. Okay. The Oracle's message. You may not consider yourself a creative person, but in fact, you are creating your reality every moment of every day via your thoughts. Yet, beliefs, intentions, and actions. Yet you must consider that you do so in partnership with spirit, consciousness, God, or whatever name you call your higher power. You are a spark of this intelligence that works through you, nudging you with inspired thought and intuitive guidance. You are a paintbrush that co-creates a beautiful, unique expression of your own individuality blended with universal spirit. You are a product of divine inspiration, and now you're aligned with it to create miracles. When you view your life as art and know you co-create it, only beauty and grace result. Prepare to be amazed. Let's read the relationship message. Connections of the heart serve to inspire you, opening you up to new ideas you never would have come to on your own. You are looking in a mirror held up by this experience and seeing yourself in an unexpected way. Who is this extraordinary being looking back at you? You're going to be so happy that you kept your heart open. Your love is a unique work of art now, the very embodiment of beauty. And the prosperity message. Flashes of inspiration give rise to great success when you receive this message. You are at your most creative now, and whatever you apply yourself to will lead to the fruition of your dreams. Remember that all your ideas are channeled from a higher source. You create your reality in partnership with spirit. The potential for manifestation is unlimited now. Revel in its vastness. Okay, so let me know if you want me to send that card to you, Marlis, but keep that message in mind. Like when your heart is leading you somewhere, your heart is saying something, your heart has something to say. And when you listen to it and step into it and experience it and practice it, the prosperity is there. It's there, it's there, it's there. So all you have to do is believe. Sharon, let's see what's in it for you and your prosperity. And Beth, I don't know if you're still watching, but if you are, you can have a card too. If you ask me, you have to ask. Always be asking. Always be asking. Let's see if I can get Nadine. I'm going to ask. There. So, Sharon, let's see what's in it for you prosperity-wise. Breathe. Breathe. I love this. Have you taken the time to breathe today? Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I've got to go. I've got to work. And then I say, breathe. Because if you are constricted and you're stressed out and you feel like, oh my God, I've got so much to do, and you get overwhelmed, you cut off your connection, right? That's awesome. You are welcome. I would love to invite you into the Magnetic Living Mastermind group, because we have that special going where you can get in for $29 for the first month and only $49 for every month thereafter, which is amazing because you're connected with people. You are supported and surrounded by people who are on the same path and who are like-minded and who are making their life changes. So I really want to invite you to do that, Marlis, and I really want to invite you to get some work with me. I know you love to work with me. Manifesting. I just manifested this haircut that I've been wanting and needing. Yay. Okay. I didn't really manifest it. I just called for the appointment and she called me back. So Sharon, breathing. And Sharon, I just want to congratulate you for taking that huge step, because that is big. It is a huge leap forward. And when I invested and borrowed money to hire coaches and to work with people, that's when I started to step up more, because I knew I was worthy of it. I knew that that was a message to me and to everyone around me that I mean business. And here's another thing, that because people have this money mentality that says if you go into debt, you are bad, or there's some problem, or you're unworthy, or you can't make it by just what you earn, and you there's certain types of debt, and I had to work this through on my own self, that because I hired my coaches on credit cards, that certain debt is bad, but student loan debt, for whatever reason, is societally acceptable, right? And people can collect, $200,000 in student loan debt, but not be viewed as bad, right? They feel like, well, that's a worthy investment. But when you take on debt because you are investing in your way in a different way that you know is right for you, and that's bringing up you and your confidence and your ability to show up and create something, and your business investment, that's amazing, right? So congratulations. Now let's read your prosperity message. You have worked long and hard, your dreams are coming to fruition, and you want to hurry things along. You are the slow one moving languidly, yet still progressing right now in a rhythm dictated by your authentic nature. The essence of your dream and the will of the universe, slow and steady, wins this race. You will indeed win if you relax, stay the course, trust your intuition, and breathe. So amazing. And Sharon, let me know if you want me to send this card to you, and I will send it via Messenger. And if anyone else is on here, let me know. I just want to say, when you believe it, then it's true. So if you believe you don't have the money, or you don't have the resources, or you don't have the time, or you don't have what it takes to do something, then you won't. The moment you believe that you have that connection, that miracle mindset, that I am totally supported, when I am in my joy, when I'm following my heart, that is how I'm living my best life. That's when the beliefs come true. That's when the universe shows up, the evidence shows, and you just take one inspired action after the next. So your heart is taking you where you need to be to live your favorite dreams. All right, is anybody else on here who wants a card? If so, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to go on and start my writing, because I have some writing to do today. Isn't that exciting? Writing is exciting. Thank you, Sharon, so much for being here. And have a fabulous day. And I'm so excited to follow your journey with your coach and see how you grow and expand. And if you have any interest or desire to come out to Northern California and do some work right here with me and with a group of other women who are taking their lives to the next level, and to be in this magical energy that I'm creating, let me know, because there are, 21 days till starting this retreat, and it's definitely next level. I am so excited about it, and so I would love to see you there. All right, I will see you all later. Bye.